What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You guys know I've been in Uganda for the last week, and I've been sort of busy just out and about, handling different things. But this week has been very busy with the fact that, Haitian immigrants who are trying to cross in through Texas have been beaten at the border by immigration police. Some of them have been sent back to Haiti. If you look at some of the images, you see, police officers on horses, sort of whipping them, sort of pulling them down, and it sort of looks like slavery in antiquity. Like the masters on the horses. At least the stories that I've been told, beating slaves or pushing slaves down, and that's what it looks like. It definitely seems that I've ever seen on photography or cameras that I've only seen blacks get this kind of disrespect as far as immigration is concerned. And this is why Tariq Nasheed created this particular live stream called No Complexion for Protection. Now, Tariq Nasheed, who just recently raised $1 million for the Hidden Colors Museum, he came out in the live stream and agreed that what's going on with Haitians is unfortunate. The immigrants, they're not even calling them immigrants, they're calling them migrants, according to Tariq Nasheed, and that they're being treated very bad at the border. They're being talked down to as a community online in Afghanistan, or the Afghan people, the Hispanics. There have been sanctuary cities created for them, and they've been treated more fairly because they have the right complexion. But when it comes to Haitians, they have the wrong complexions, and so they're the wrong color. And because they're a wrong color, there is no complexion for protection. However, what Tariq Nasheed points out is that in times past, you would have seen more of an outcry from the African American community. I'll give you a good example of what he's talking about. When Nelson Mandela got out of jail and was released by the AMC, and I believe it was F.W. de Klerk at that time, what you saw was a lot of people in the black community who were rejoicing all across black America. There was more of a sense of, he is one of our people, he's one of our brothers. Then when apartheid ended in 1985, I was around for that. I was like 13 to 14 when it happened. There was a lot of excitement amongst the African American community. South Africa and some reforms, some parts repaid their debt to allowing some of the upper tier African Americans to come over, manage big companies and things like that. So you saw that happen with the ANC. However, because of the problems that African immigrants and Caribbean immigrants have had with African Americans, Tariq Nasheed positions or states that in his position that African Americans are what he would consider FBA's foundational black Americans, which is equivalent to ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, that we are not coming to the defense of Haitians as we have in the past, or other black groups as we have in the past, or Africans as we have in the past. We no longer come to that aid anymore as much as we used to. Sure, there are some blacks that are vibrant about the issue, but many are not as vibrant before. And that is because of the negative experience that African Americans have had with certain groups in America, in particular Caribbean people. He cites the people such as Q from Wallstar, who was a Haitian American who put up this website that depicts, a lot of African Americans on there doing stupid things, creating more of a negative stereotype about our people. I've also been very critical of Q from Wallstar because of that. I've said some really nasty things about him in the past that I don't want to repeat right now. But then there's also Roland Martin, who has led blacks down a path, according to Tariq Nasheed. And Roland Martin has Haitian American heritage. You have people such as Candace Owen, who is Caribbean. You get people like Nicki Minaj. You have people like that. You have people like Tarana Burke, who is from St. Kitts, according to Tariq Nasheed. And so these people who benefit off of the African American experience, meaning that the African Americans have made it easier for any black group to transition into American life, be it Africans or Caribbeans. And what African Americans have gotten for their efforts is a lot of disrespect. A lot of Caribbeans have called, according to Tariq Nasheed, blacks lazy. They have called blacks useless, things like that, and they kind of feel like they're better than us. And they said, we need to pull ourselves up from the bootstraps. So it's Tariq Nasheed's position that, hey, well, why it is unfortunate, here's your opportunity to pull your people up from your bootstraps. Where are the Haitian elites at? Where are the Haitian Americans that have money that, have pull? What do they have to say? Don't ask the African American group to assist you when you have your own people out there to do it. Because we've been trying to, do that for blacks for years. And I find this to be this, I kind of don't know what to say about this. I'm gonna tell you why. To put those groups of people out there, I understand what he's talking about. Not all Haitian Americans are the same. Not all Caribbean Americans are the same. Not all Africans are the same. I do understand fully what he's saying because there's parts of me that have experienced that and somewhat still feel to the extent that he's saying is correct to a certain extent. But I also know that everybody's not like that. When I came to Africa and started living here and I started building relationships with people in America, I started to understand that this is not as big as a deal as we think it is. But at the same time, I wouldn't levy the Americans to open the borders to anybody like that. Haitian Americans, I would rather them get into the country than other people, if you want my personal opinion. If you're gonna let people come in, I would rather them get the nod than other folks, in my personal opinion. And the reason is because the United States has devastated them more than anybody else. The reason why Haiti is what it is because the USA devastated it. The USA destroyed its production of crops. The USA has helped destroy its balance. So the reason why Haitians are coming over to America to get for a better life, because when they had the opportunities to do what they were doing and they fought back, the USA had a hand in destroying their everyday life. So if anybody is owed an opportunity to be taken care of or to get some kind of funding to rebuild their nation, it should be Haiti. But America played a role in its demise. So I see why the people have nothing to look forward to. The people are suffering because the United States has helped in their suffering. But at the same time, I want to say, where's the African Union on this? Okay? And Haiti has been left out. Back in certain days, I talked to Brother Don Calypso. You had certain Haitians that were relocating to the Congo. Haitians were relocating to the Senegal. So if you're gonna turn them away, where is your money in helping them rebuild what you've helped destroy? Okay, and at the same time, where is the money that you should give to African Americans also? All right, but also African Union. The African Union was housing. Uganda has the people in Afghanistan. Uganda has a lot of refugees as it is. Where are the other African countries coming in to take some of these people? And even the Gambia, I saw an article the other day where the Gambia is even refusing its own citizens to come back that were in asylum. So the other parts of the black world, where are they at to take these people? Especially the French speaking, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. You have the other Congo there. There's Gabon. There's Ivory Coast. There's Burkina Faso. There's Mali. Where are these other countries in the black world looking to take these people in? That's what should, and that used to be the case. Why isn't the case now? But all in all, I would say that, again, my heart goes out to the Haitian community. the Haitian American community, I've always had a positive experience. I think if you're gonna let other people in, you know, if you're gonna let the Afghanistans in, or people from Afghan, then the reason why you're turning them away, I have no idea why. That's what I have to say about that. You know, because the thing about it is, in comparison against the Afghan community, you have a better chance of working with the Haitian American community because we are people, pretty much the same people. We were on the same boat coming from slavery. So I would rather have them in the community and get through the bads and tough times and the rough times than to be dealing with somebody else then, you know, that you know that's going to be a different group than you. So, but I understand his positions. I understand where he's coming from. I mean, I can't change anybody's mind with that, but I'll leave it for your decision. I'm kind of in the middle of it because I'm in both sides. But what's happening to them is wrong. And the United States needs to help to stabilize what they helped destabilize. So what do you think, guys? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.